everyone. Today I have Miss Ekta Kumawat. She is a research scholar from Manipal University, Jaipur, and she belongs from Jaipur only. Today I invited her on my podcast to have a great knowledge about the research. Being a research scholar, how she published in A category papers and in a reputed journals. So welcome you, ma'am, on my
Thank you
podcast.
so much.
I am very happy to have you here. So let's
Pleasure is
begin.
all mine.
Let's begin the conversation. Uh, Ma'am, tell our viewers something about your journey. How you have entered into PhD and research.
Okay. So basically, yes. So basically, I completed my MBA from Rajasthan University, Jaipur. Then worked with S&P Global for good 2 years. Then I decided to again shift to academics and joined Manipal University, Jaipur in 2022 as a research scholar under the guidance of Dr. Amit Datta, who is an amazing guide. Given all the credits to my growth and my overall development to him. His constant support was a major credit that made me come to this position where I was able to publish my first paper in a A-star journal. His trust in my abilities and my research was the one key that made me keep going towards it.
Okay, ma'am, can you please tell us like which name of the journal where you have published?
So basically, this was a hospitality journal, International Journal for Hospitality Management. This is a A-star journal and a Q1 journal.
Okay, so ma'am, out of being curious, I just want to know like the paper where you have published, is that paper being rejected earlier or the first time you
No,
have
this
sent?
was the first time. Actually, this was a special call for paper regarding artificial intelligence and hospitality industry. My topic was perfectly aligned with that call for paper. So that made it go through the during the first time only. This was the first journal where I submitted my paper. So thankfully there were no rejection earlier to this paper. But yeah, the journey of this paper was multiple reviews, multiple levels it went through. That made it to a level where it could match the category and the status of a A-star journal.
Okay, okay, that's so nice of you, ma'am. Being a research scholar, your first paper is published in A star. That's an achievement for being every research scholar. Ma'am, my next question is, how do you write the paper? Like you have said that there is a special call, but
Yes.
we get a special call from many of the journals. So how we decide to write a paper by selecting the niche for that particular journal?
Okay, so basically, when you get a call for paper, so always look, whatever your research topic is, you should always look for the call for papers in the reputed journal. So whenever you have a topic, wherever you are working in a HR, marketing, OB, you always have your top journals. So always target those top 10 journals and decide that what sort of call for papers they are giving. And as soon as a special issue or a call for paper is there, you should try to align your topic with the particular call for paper that is coming up in that journal. That would make it more the chances of acceptability and the chances of acceptability even more higher in that journal.
Okay, okay, ma'am. I also have a doubt. Like I have heard that for special call and issue, there are very limited chance of getting selected of the paper because maybe I have heard that there are chances that the criteria which we are applying for maybe do not match to our niche which we are working, or maybe there are some could be reasons, but most of the time I have faced the same problem as well. For the special call or issue, I get very rejection. So what is the reason behind that, if you can?
So basically, when we talk about special call or issue or special edition that is coming up for a journal, so always the one thing they are looking is always that the topic should be aligned perfectly with the journal call. So basically, whatever sub themes they have given you in the call, that is where you should align your paper. You should map with that particular sub theme. So that is one key that I would give. So whatever special call or call for paper is there in any journal, you should map with the sub themes. You should align your paper with that particular sub theme. Okay, so there are 10 sub themes, and out of these 10, this is the sub theme where I am targeting my paper, where I am placing my paper.
Okay.
So that when you align that, automatically that goes through.
Okay. Another question, so should I start targeting the special calls or issue, or should I target the in general guidelines which for the general issue?
Okay, so basically, I would suggest that we cannot wait for call for papers always.
yes.
So my suggestion would be you always target your high rank journals, and during that when you are aiming for those high rank journal, if you have any special call for paper, you should go for that.
Okay.
But otherwise, the priority should be your high rank journals, so that the paper get refined very well in a high rank journal.
Okay, so being an early researcher, what suggestions you want to give all the researchers? Like, from where should they start?
Okay, so the key for every research is read as much as you can. There is no shortcuts in research, no shortcuts at all. If you have read 50 papers, your chances of rejection reduces by 90%, not less than that. If you have read 50 papers for writing one research paper, your chances for rejection are less than almost 10%. So that is one key that I have learned from my seniors, my mentors, and that is what I would like to pass on to you. The more you read and the well you read. So always I would suggest that you should have a journal quality checker in your Google Scholar. That makes you understand that whether that the paper you are reading belongs to which quality of journal. So if you read good, you write good, and if you write good, you would publish good. So that was one key that I have learned from my mentors.
Okay, that's actually a very good thing which you have given to us. Another question is like, you have mentioned that we have to read a lot. But apart from that, I would like to know that what about other journals? Like, you have targeted the A category or A star journals. But what if we publish in C or B? How we can go? What is the smooth process for publishing the Scopus journal?
Okay, so when you go for publishing in a Scopus journal, the first thing is again whether the first just check whether the journal scope is matching your criteria, matching your topic. If the journal scope is not matching, the desk rejection is 100% guarantee. So the very first thing is matching the scope of the journal, whether the scope is aligned to your topic or not. Then if the scope is aligned, the next thing is formatting, and whether the writing style that you are following, the citation styles, whatever the criteria, at least you should fulfill all the, you should avoid anything that could lead you a desk rejection. So basically your formatting, your section building, your word limits, your citation styles, these are the things that yield you a very easy desk rejection. So that is one thing that you should avoid. You should at least read 5 to 10 papers from that particular journal you are targeting, to understand what level of paper, what format of paper they are publishing. So that accordingly you should reframe your paper. So that would 100% reject your, eliminate the chances of desk rejection.
Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this information. And also, I want to know, like, what is the time range they take in publishing the A star journals?
On an average, if you talk, it would be almost a year, whereas the timeline varies for almost every journal. To understand the timeline, there is a time on a homepage of the journal, you would explicitly have their timeline. Apart from that, you can check 2 to 3 papers. So you can understand when the paper was submitted, when the paper was under review, and when the paper was published. These are the exact dates that you would find on that published article. So that would give you a better idea about what is the timeline of that particular journal.
Okay. Ma'am, can you tell us, like, what makes you choose the research as your prime contribution in your life, and what is the things which motivates you to work in this field?
Okay, so basically my calling was always academics and teaching and learning. So basically coming to academics was never about more than teaching, it was always about learning. So I was someone who was always keen to learn and refine my knowledge about my subject. So that made me come back again to academics and learn more and more about my subject. So coming back to PhD, where I started my research journey with Manipal University, Jaipur, under the guidance of Dr. Amit Datta, an excellent mentor. His capabilities and his trust in me has made me, has shaped me into a researcher what I am today. His trust of me publishing my first paper in A star was completely his motivation and his trust on me, that yes, your first paper could go into an A star. So yes, definitely that was a push to me, and from there on, the perseverance, the determination to complete my research in most effective way has led me here. So yes.
Can you please elaborate more about your research topic which you are working on?
Okay, so basically I am working in the field of artificial intelligence in hospitality industry, where I am understanding how the employees of hotel industries in India would be reacting towards the AI adoption, since hospitality is a high touch industry, and where a technology intervention in such an industry which is so sensitive towards service, so sensitive towards human touch, so sensitive towards the warmth that the customer is seeking, how it would shape the AI adoption, would shape the employees who are working behind the scenes to serve that hospitality in a culture like India, where we praise that Atiti Devo Bhava.
Yes,
So
yes.
in that culture, how AI would make its space is all my study about.
That's so nice of you, ma'am. You have a great achievements in your life, and
you.
we'll meet again with your another achievements. Thank you so
Definitely.
much for coming to my podcast.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
It
Thank
was
you,
great
viewers.
being
If you
here.
like the content, if you want to know more about this journey of a ma'am, you can contact me or comments in comment section.